how's it going, everybody?
How's it going,
Welcome
guys?
to SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. To prove that, you know, of course, I'm not just a hack, here's the game case right here, because we are emulating this, you know, because you think that emulation is so unethical. Because you have
Did you really think that?
a freaking beta. Well, of course, because...
It's not for true controls, is that what it is?
Well, no, it's that I got this for free. It's
Oh.
rather than, you know, destroying the capitalism markets by,
Because they really needed more of the money, right?
yeah, of course, because they're still selling this game, and not that the game is discontinued, and even if I did buy it, it would just, the money would just go to, like, a retail store rather than instead of the company itself, so...
Oh, right.
But it doesn't matter, really. You think I care about that? We're gonna... I didn't mean to do that, but it doesn't matter, it's fine.
Bubbly, bubbly, bubbles.
Welcome to Bikini Bottom, a normally peaceful undersea sanctuary. Today it will be transformed into a theater of pure horror, wherein our little yellow friend will play the starring role.
Today is the big day. I have devised an ingenious plan to finally steal the Krabby Patty.
Oh, of course, this is our first ever recording. We didn't do a failed take of this first episode.
No, we would
So-
never do that.
No, of course not. So, this is the first time you've ever
We've
seen
never
this.
had episodes that didn't.
Yeah, we never did, like, full-on sessions, like, full-on 3-hour sessions, and that didn't record. Never did that.
Item number 1 is
That'd be kind of
planting a
ridiculous.
genius. Answer yes. Okay, checklist complete. Throw in the switch. Welcome, my perfectly obedient robot army. Hang on. I want to get a photo for my scrapbook. Hey, hello? What do you think you're doing?
Oh my god, why did he put that there?
No, wait.
I'm sure that's what you're doing.
Wait, but I'm your master.
It's okay.
I made you.
You can ask questions.
I don't obey. I'm gonna be 3 seconds delayed today. Just so you know.
He's on a ton of Adderall right now.
I wish.
Another perfect
Yeah,
day
it's
playing
cocaine,
robots
actually.
and racehorses.
Yeah.
Still waiting for it to
Only
kick
I
in.
keep getting the racehorses and the robots mixed up.
Wouldn't it be great if we had real robots to play with, Patrick? I'd name mine Robo Jr. or Zorlon or maybe Frankie.
Yeah, these unreal robots are getting boring. Hey, what if we put
Is
the
it weird that
robots
the
here?
Oh, how shellfish of you!
cutscenes aren't just the
It's not
regular
just
show
an empty
animation?
shell.
Well, that's much more
Magic wishing shell.
expensive.
Wow, that's
It's much easier to
fantastic.
use the in-game models to animate than to actually do full-on to draw each individual frame and stuff like that, you know.
Wishing words
really?
and shake
Yeah.
the magic wishing shell.
Okay.
Then we go to sleep, and in the morning, we'll have real robots to play with.
But Patrick, aren't we going to say the magic wishing words?
You already did.
So, okay is the magic wishing word?
It used to be Alakazama Alabala Wiesna Tikitana Fushbar Griddle Bits von Wiederschnauzer, but I kept forgetting it.
Are you sure this'll work?
Sure. Last week I only had one big cookie crumb and I was really hungry, so I put my cookie crumb in the magic wishing shell. Then I said the magic wishing word and shook it, and in the morning I had lots of little cookie crumbs.
Patrick,
Unbelievable.
I proclaim that tomorrow is going to be the best day ever.
It's truly a miracle.
Good night, SpongeBob.
Good night, Patrick. The next morning. Gonna play with robots.
Now, what's the closest thing you've ever seen to, like, a miracle?
Oh, that's a great question.
Gary, did you do that?
Are you expecting a funny answer?
Well, I'm not gonna. I don't want you. I don't want you to. I don't want to hear like that time you were at around Jerusalem at around like 12 AD. I don't know. I don't care about that. Okay, those
It
don't
would
count.
actually be
Actually, it'll be about 2080.
Oh, right.
What a fantastic
I think it was 32 AD.
3280. Okay.
Yeah.
And what exactly happened?
How do I read the signs?
Listen, I feel like it's been oversaid.
Okay. Press this button
You think so?
to read the
I mean,
signs.
coming from me, is it really that special?
I think so. Because every single word you utter
So
is
if I wanna come
just
back
pure
and talk to you
brilliance.
again, just walk up to you and press this button. I
Biggest
better get started now,
miracle.
Gary. I think that this is going to be a very
know,
long day.
When I was a kid, like 6 or 7. I'm in the car with my whole family.
Yeah.
We were crossing this highway. You know, it's not a major highway, it's just like a highway intersection.
And it even smells
And,
sweaty, just like him.
Ahoy there, SpongeBob.
My dad's driving
As a
and
faithful
he,
crew member of
he
the Krusty
goes,
Krab,
but
you've
we look
been
to the left and
promoted
there's this car
to
coming
head
right
shiny
at us.
object collector.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow!
in the
a
moment, it felt
promotion!
like the car just went right
That's
through
right,
us.
a promotion. So
He
what
came
this
out
here new
clean on
job
the other
entails
side,
is you
pulled over to
collecting
the
all
side.
these
My
shiny
mom got out of the
objects that
car. She
robots are
threw
leaving
up because she
behind
was
and
so
bringing them to me.
scared.
Now stop seahorsing around and get
Really?
busy
Dude,
collecting.
yeah, I mean, we all agreed it felt like the car went right through us. It was the craziest thing.
I've had a very similar experience.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was like turning across the street into like a whatever, I was turning onto like I was on like the turn lane and going onto another street, meaning that I had to like cross the other street. You know what I mean? So while I was crossing the other street, this car just thought that, hey, I thought I will, you know what? I'm just gonna take zero consideration into like the person that's in the middle of turning right now, and he just full speed ahead. And I swear, like, it was either like millimeters away from me, or he was a ghost, and and I was hallucinating the entire time.
Comic books.
But I was just completely fine. I didn't puke. She puked. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's
She was pregnant.
yeah.
as
Oh,
well.
that's no excuse. The closest thing to a miracle that I've experienced is probably I like took a test. I took a test.
And you passed it.
Did not
Miracle.
did not study for it at all. I didn't even know a single concept. I still got like a 95.
Wow.
Just from pure guessing.
How many questions?
It was like around 40.
Oh my god.
Around 40 questions. Did not care. I didn't care enough to learn the material. Because that's the thing with like college, like you have to take like general education stuff, so like so you're not seen as incompetent or whatever in like biology or whatever. So I didn't care about those classes, but I still passed because I'm a genius.
There's nothing like the sounds of your own neighborhood.
Go away, SpongeBob. You're polluting my thinking space.
Trying to steal the Krabby Patty formula again, eh, Plankton? Well, you won't get away with it.
I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got to figure out how to regain control of the chum bucket from those robots.
Where did they come from?
Where? I don't know. Not for me, though, that's for sure. They just showed up out of nowhere and started calling me rude names and throwing things. They even bent all my spoons. I love those spoons like they were my children.
That's terrible.
Oh, won't you help me stop them? Before they bend all my forks?
Not the forks! Of course I'll help. But wait, I'm supposed to collect a whole lot of golden spatulas.
Golden spatulas, eh? SpongeBob, if you could get me back into the chum bucket, I'll give you a bucket full of golden spatulas. In your dreams.
You've got a deal.
You know, I had a thought. Why doesn't Plankton just like spend like $2 to order a Krabby Patty and then use the ingredients from the Krabby Patty to like figure out what the formula is?
I feel like there was an episode where that happened, right?
Well, no, like there's several.
He sent a guy in to get a Krabby Patty, but they somehow figured out that Plankton had sent him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like they can't deny him business, really. I mean,
Because you're
Oh, yeah, they can to safeguard the
And of course, make a
formula.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be a lot. You could.
Or like dig through the trash. You can dig through the trash. Somebody has thrown away one, right?
You will.
Have they ever revealed what the formula is?
No.
And the show's over, right?
The show.
Besides,
I think the show's over. Yeah.
worth lots of money.
But like every time I think the show is over, they've already announced like 3 more seasons.
Yeah.
I ain't running a charity here. Come back when
Yeah,
you've got
plug
enough
in.
shiny
What an
objects to
idiot.
trade.
Yeah, but what a complete idiot, man. He's supposed to be the genius around here.
Yeah.
You should have me fucking be the antagonist in the children's show.
Push, 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 push.
But like the first 3 seasons were definitely like the golden days, 100%.
Yeah. Yep. Sure.
And like occasionally, like 1 out of like 10 episodes, like modern episodes, are like good, but like 1 through 3, all of them are very good.
And I don't get it. Like, it's not a hard formula to repeat. You know? You got SpongeBob and whatever SpongeBob's doing, Squidward hates, and occasionally Mr. Krabs is involved, and Patrick says some really dumb things, and yeah, there's like a half resolution at the end.
And with Patrick, like like his like dialogue became just like he's just a complete moron. It's a miracle that he's even alive at this point.
Like he forgot how to breathe that one time.
Yeah. But like seasons 1 through 3 were actually like smart dumb dialogue, if you know what I mean.
Right. Same thing happens with Kevin in The Office.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Yeah.
The first few seasons, it's like, yeah, this guy's an idiot, but like, you know, I'm sure he can drive.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as the season goes on, you're like, oh my god, this guy, like, he's straight up. He needs to be in a hospital.
He should be in the hospital.
And, but the difference is this show is about talking characters underwater. That show is supposed to be real life.
Yeah. Well, like, The Office has also really like gone downhill in those last 2 seasons, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 seasons were the weakest, but I think it was pretty good considering they lost Michael. All things considered, it was like it should have been like horrible, but it was still pretty alright.
I mean, like, still, like, even like Michael Scott was not the he was not the best character, but you know what I mean. Like, he wasn't the only good character in the show.
No, but he was like the heartbeat of the show. In my opinion, I think he was the best character in the show. I think he added the most, and he was also the funniest, in my opinion.
You mean spatula?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, he's probably like the funniest character. But like, you can't deny that of like Jim and Pam and Ed Helms and Dwight, yeah.
And the supporting characters.
Supporting characters and other people. The girl from the Fed movie. I'm pretty sure that's the same actress.
Aubrey. Wait.
No, not Aubrey Plaza.
Not Aubrey Plaza.
I don't think Aubrey Plaza was in the Fed movie.
Karen?
The
lady that Jim tried to that Jim dated for a little bit.
No. The girl that like eats like hand sanitizer.
Aaron, the receptionist or a place.
No. The crazy lady.
Huh?
The crazy lady. The crazy one.
Crazy one.
Yeah. The one that's like sits next to Creed.
Sits next to Creed.
Yeah.
Oh, Angela?
No, not Angela. No.
This was Fred's girlfriend?
No, this was the Fed movie. The literal Fed movie. The YouTube Fed movie. Yeah. She was in that. She played his mom.
Oh, Phyllis?
Yes, Phyllis.
Oh, I thought you said...
No, not Phyllis. God damn it.
Phyllis. It's not Angela.
No, Phyllis is the girl from Inside Out. No.
Yeah.
Squidward, are you okay?
Angela's the one that gets with Dwight.
No, yeah. No, I'm not talking about her.
Oh. Oh, who the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about the
Oscar?
redhead.
Oh, the redhead.
The redhead girl.
Yeah, Erin.
Who they? No, not Ellen.
The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
No, she's like in her 50s.
Oh, I know what you mean. The one that gets hit by the car.
Yes, her.
Oh, what's her name?
Jesus.
Carol? What's her name?
I can't remember. I don't think it's Carol.
It's not Carol. What is her name?
Well, according to the
Wow,
Game
she
Changer
totally
Field
just,
manual, severe jellyfish stings
eradicated my mind.
apply a thick layer of king
What's her
jellyfish
damn
jelly
name?
to the affected areas.
Veronica?
I don't think it was Veronica.
Let's go through the alphabet. We'll figure this out. Start with an A. No. B?
Beatrice.
Betty, Beatrice. No. C.
Betty.
I'll stay here.
Okay.
Here and excruciating.
I'm imagining
Carol.
her. D. Denise.
You do that. Don't
No.
worry, Squidward. I'll
E.
bring back that
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
jelly for
No.
your
Eleanor.
No, no. F. Oh, F sounds right.
Francois.
Francis. G. Greta. Goo goo.
Ooh.
H. Oh, H sounds good.
Ooh.
Harriet.
Heroin.
Hamburger. Okay. I. Ingrid.
You can probably look it up, actually.
J. Oh, J sounds good, right?
J.
What the hell was her name?
I have no clue.
Everyone watching is like, are you fucking stupid as shit?
She's the best character. She's the most memorable character. She's the best and memorable character.
Her name is Meredith.
Meredith. Yeah, that's it.
Holy shit. We would have got it eventually. We were getting close.
We
Sam.
were getting close, yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure, look it up. I'm pretty sure she's the same person that plays Fred's mom in the Fred movie.
That sounds so correct. Fred movie, we're looking at like 2011 or so, right? 2009 maybe?
No, it wasn't that early. I'm pretty sure it was like 2011, 2010.
I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.
I don't think she was in it.
Are you sure? Okay.
Let me look at Fred movie.
Yeah, you gotta look at the Fred movie then. It's like, what an atrocity that was.
2010. Wow, 2 out of 10 stars on IMDb.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
The mom. Oh, it was Siobhan Fallon Hogan.
What else was she in?
Who surprisingly, she was in Men in Black and her name was Beatrice.
See? That's...
This lady.
Yeah, that's her, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like, that's obviously why I got so confused.
right. Yeah, she's the one who makes sugar water for the bad guy in Men in Black. John Cena being Fred's dad is absolutely hilarious.
It is the best casting. Well, it's not like actually his dad. It's like what he believes his dad looks like. Yeah. Like the only good joke in that film. I've seen all 3 of them. I don't know why I gravitate towards like horrible films.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm the exact opposite. I have to force myself to watch bad movies. Or at least, like, I even have to force myself to watch movies that are, like, just alright.
Alright.
Like, I'm almost relieved when I go to a movie thinking it's gonna be good and it's, like, not good. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Because you need to watch shitty stuff
yeah.
to appreciate good. If everything you watch is The Shawshank Redemption, then, like, your scale is, like, really wrong. Or, like, you can't really appreciate greatness very well.
I think that it's just like for like mid movies or movies that I know that are like pretty average. I have a harder time watching those than outright terrible movies.
I think that's a good point because sometimes I watch a movie and I'm like, almost annoyed because I'm like, if you had just changed one or two things, this could have been really good. Like, how did this make it to the final cut? Or how did nobody step in and go, you know, this really isn't working? Now, does it ruin the whole movie? No, it definitely doesn't help. Like,
Yes, if one detail is completely amiss or terrible, that makes the entire film terrible.
Do you think so?
That is just the ideology of film critics.
Well, like, that's true. But, like, okay, so the movie came out this year called Kimmy.
Yeah.
Steven Soderbergh and Zoe Kravitz. And, like, most of that movie is pretty good. But there are, like, a couple decisions, like, creative decisions that are made that maybe just, like, totally boggled my mind. Like, and it's, like, so annoying. Especially when it's made by a good director, Steven Soderbergh. Like, dude, what? What were you doing here? That was so weird. Why'd you do that? So that movie was like an 79 for me.
But it's also gonna be like because of like executive producers or whatever being like, yeah, I want this to happen. Do it, director.
I think that one thing might have been true. There was one particular part. It's the final frame of the movie that I literally like. I turned the TV off after it was over. Like, really? I was just like, what was that?
Really?
Yeah, I was like, that was so dumb. But I don't think it's a bad movie though. But it's like, man, this could have been like a good movie, like a really good movie. Well, to a certain extent, like Glass Onion does that for me a little bit.
Does it? Well, I haven't seen Glass Onion yet.
Yeah, it was in theaters for a week. I went and saw it, but the beginning of that movie, the first 20 minutes, I absolutely hate. And
These are the characters, I assume.
Well,
Because there's like 10 characters that you have to get to know.
That's almost part of the reason I don't like the first 20 minutes is they decide to latch on to another concept besides character introduction, and then after that 20 minutes, that's when they start introducing the characters more heavily. They kind of just show off the cast, and then they introduce this element that literally, again, boggled my mind, and then they totally abandon it for the rest of the movie. And it drove me insane. Like, the first 20 minutes of that movie, it's straight up 60%. I hated it. But then after that, I'm like, this is fine. This is good. I'm enjoying this.
Okay. Oh, good.
So I give it an.
I just skipped this cutscene. Jesus Christ. the speedrun with me is just like, I gotta skip everything. I gotta go as fast as I can. That's fine. It's okay. I skipped that cutscene. Usually that's an unskippable cutscene, but I die on purpose to skip that cutscene. That's how that works. But you'll understand later as I tell you about how each trick works. And sometimes, like, tricks, like, it probably takes, like this game came out in 2003. Some tricks have been, like, the most earliest trick that I did in the speedrun was found in, like, 2019.
Wow.
So, and it's still, like, tricks being found today.
Hey, SpongeBob.
Woo! Thank goodness you're safe, Patrick.
Well, of course, SpongeBob. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, the robots and the...
Oh yeah, I found this for you. I don't know what it is, but it looks important.
Thanks, Patrick. I tell you what, all that running around has left me... Ooh! Why don't you continue on for a bit?
Okay.
Okay. Alright, we're talking about terrible movies. What is, like genuinely the worst movie you've ever seen?
Okay. I like this question for a couple reasons. One is because I honestly think the worst movie, in my opinion, isn't the obvious movie where it's like, oh, this is just straight up like the quality of this overall is completely, because to a certain point, like movies, like, you know, like obviously like a Disney Channel movie, almost all of them probably worse all around than like, you know,
a Tarantino movie. Yeah.
well, yeah, but I mean more like it's worse than like, you know, a high budget movie that sucks.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for me though, I think the worst movie and the movies I hate the most are the movies that had the budget, had the cast, had the resources, had the studio support,
Yeah.
had all these things going for them, and the final product was just bad. And it just I cannot believe it. Like,
Yeah.
how did you fuck this up so bad? So for me, worst movie I've ever seen, the worst movie I've ever seen probably has objectively good qualities to it.
Yeah.
Like I think most movies do. The only one that I can think of is one that came out this year.
Oh, you missed the sweatshop joke.
Was it a sweatshop joke?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's like, hey, if you do this then for me, then I'll put you in one of my sweatshops and you make wallets for me.
Duct tape wallets.
Yes.
Worst movie I've ever seen. I don't have a lot of time to think about it, so I'll just go with the worst movie I saw this year.
Okay.
And I think it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. That's Blonde.
Really? The Marilyn Monroe.
The Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah. You use air quotes because I've heard that it's based on a book about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. It is
some of the stuff is not even true.
One of the most jarring, offensive, terrible movies I've ever seen in my life.
I'm such a shitty gamer, dude. Does Marilyn Monroe like do a Fortnite dance?
So, are you gonna watch it?
Probably not, unless it gets nominated as an Oscar.
God, if it does, I won't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've already seen it, right?
It's one of those movies, like, you know, most bad movies, you're like, you will recommend to somebody because it's so bad, like it's good.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, the Vroom, any Neil Breen movies.
Oh, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Or like Mac and Me. I think that's just the most classic bad movie, but like everyone should watch that damn movie.
Yeah.
Like, I've been asked before, like, if you could you can recommend a movie to somebody who's never seen a movie, what are you recommending? I'm like, oh, I would recommend Mac and Me. Because I think if you recommend someone who's never seen a movie a good movie, their baseline's too high. So you gotta give them a shitty movie. So I would say Mac and Me. But anyway, I would say this movie's so bad, never watch it. I don't think anybody should watch the movie. It's terrible. So the movie starts and you're like, all right, you know, I guess the cinematography's good. Like, it screams of like, hey, you know, this is good, right? When like it's probably just like too much.
It's like too much of like an art film type of thing.
They're trying too hard.
Yeah.
The whole thing is in we call it
black and white 4:3.
Yes, 4:3
yeah
aspect, which is just again kind of puke in my mouth. Like, I hate when movies try too hard.
But I mean, like having like 4:3 aspect ratio was good for like Macbeth.
Yeah, Tragedy Macbeth. Yes, I had no problem with that at all.
Yeah.
But I felt like I didn't feel like that movie did that just to like. I felt like it fit the vibe of the movie better because it was like this old story, and I don't know. I think it helped the cinematography. I think it looked great. This one, and it's in black and white. But as the movie goes on, you start to realize a few things.
Squidward tells me you're looking for the king's
Yes.
The performances are absolutely putrid.
Well, what are the who stars in it?
Ana de Armas.
Okay.
Ana de Armas, I believe, is a good actress.
Yeah.
I really do. But in this movie,
I'll see what
I think it might be the single worst performance I've ever seen in my entire life.
And with that bomb. And we're gonna hear about my least favorite movie of all time on the next episode of Modern Fossil.
Phoenix Friday. Oh. Bikini Bottom.
Oh my god! Hopefully our bosses don't hear that.
With the studio execs.
Yeah.
No, please don't spray me. I feel like shit.
Until next time.
No, please don't.
Goodbye.
Damn it, dude.
Bye-bye.